Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. So the big trade rumors going on in the NBA right now is that the Minnesota Timberwolves are heavily going after D'Angelo Russell. We know for a while now they do want to pair him with Karl-Anthony Towns. So for today's video, we are going to be doing a rebuild of that to see if D'Lo, Karl-Anthony Towns could really make that big of a difference together, being on the same team, and really, ultimately, you're trying to build a championship contending team. So do those two guys get it done? Now, before we get going on today's video, if you can please drop that like, and as always, subscribe to my channel, guys. It would be greatly appreciated. And check out my second channel, Extra Crispy, for daily NBA content over there. So it's actually been cleared up that the Timberwolves have offered a few trades over to the Warriors, and they were not really biting at anything. So I asked you guys on my Twitter account at ChrisFlakes2K to give me your best trade proposals, and this is the one right here that I've kind of been seeing the most of. You might have some T-Wolf fans saying that they're giving up a little bit too much, or even in case you might say the Warrior fans aren't getting enough back for D'Angelo Russell, who was an all-star just last season. So this is the trade, guys. You got Robert Covington, Jarrett Culver, Gorgui Dieng for D'Lo, and another player just to toss in to make things work out. But yeah, man, the reason that the Warriors do this is because they get Robert Covington, who I always say could be the new Andre Iguodala of this next era of Golden State Warrior basketball. But also you get Jarrett Culver, who was a top pick last year in the draft. So, I mean, it also gives them a nice rebuilding piece to kind of work into the lineup also. And then Dieng's there just for salary reasons. Now, I've heard also people talk about maybe instead of Jarrett Culver, it'd be a first-round draft pick. I've heard case of Josh Okogie out there. So, you know, it really depends on who you are talking to, where things are really going to get done at. So, looking at the lineup, as of right now, man, you're looking at D'Angelo Russell, Andrew Wiggins, who I'm actually going to put over at the small forward position now. He actually goes up to an 86 overall, so it works out for him. So, no, we got D'Lo. Here we go, man. D'Lo, Josh Okogie. I've been working on that, man. I think I'm saying it nice right now. Andrew Wiggins, Noah Vonleh, Karl-Anthony Towns. Benching, you got Shabazz, Jordan Bell, Allen Crabbe, who they just traded for Jeff Teague, their starting point guard. So that's kind of interesting. But it also makes sense why they would go for another point guard now with D'Angelo Russell after doing that. Bates Job, and then you got Jacob Evans out the two. Naz Reid, who was offered up in a few trades. But yeah, man, it's definitely not a bad team. It's not a championship team. It's not a playoff team, at least not yet. But I think, you know, this season, you just kind of work D'Lo into the flow of the offense, get his chemistry going with Karl-Anthony Towns, which I'm sure their chemistry is probably going to click pretty nicely there. And then in the offseason, you know, you have a draft pick, and salary cap wise, let me actually check out their contract situation. Yeah, the salary cap table. You know, you got Wiggins, Karl, and D'Lo. Like, that's your big three right there, eating up quite a bit of cap space. So that does kind of suck. Luckily, Allen Crabbe's off the books. And outside of him, you don't really have any, like, horrible contracts. I know one thing we're definitely going to want to utilize, though, going into the rest of this season is the G League. Because we don't have a lot of salary cap. You know, you want to be able to develop your young players. So eventually they can kind of be the role players of the team and kind of be the fillers. So I'm going to be tossing Naz Reid into the G League. I actually like him a lot, man. I'd be intrigued to see him at the power forward position alongside Karl-Anthony Towns. So it's not going to let me do it. Yeah, we probably got to take these guys out. Here we go. I'm going to release these guys real quick. I'll probably just release some future GOAT. Probably just pissed off a lot of people. Okay, let me get a free agent real quick so we can toss Naz Reid in there, man. So yeah, just give me like basic dude number one. Kalen Lucas. The GOAT Kalen Lucas. There we go. So I can put Naz Reid into the G League, because it would be nice if he could be the starting power forward next season. I don't know if he'll get there or not. Signed to the Iowa Wolves. Also put him at power forward so we can kind of work on his game at that position. Goes up 3 rating points. So I don't know, man. It'd be interesting. He's definitely like a ball handling type of forward and stuff. So there we go, man. I don't really want to do too much more this season. As you guys know, I like to just kind of like do the big trade for the first season, see how things kind of work out. I guess before we get going, let's just look at the player stats real quick here so you guys can see how each of these players are doing. Karl-Anthony Towns, one of the best centers in the NBA, you know, 27 points, 12 rebounds. Has been dealing with some injuries this season. Actually, he got into a car crash, but I think he's recovering from that now. And actually, to making this video, he's supposed to be playing, I think, against the Pacers. You got D'Lo at 23.6 assists. Now, that's not on a very good team, of course, but it's still like roughly around the same numbers as last season. So it's not so much he's playing bad, it's just the players around him were not all that good. And then Wiggins, of course, has turned a bit of a new leaf. He's taken a bit of a step back since the beginning of the season. Like, he's still playing good basketball, just, you know, people were really talking about Andrew Wiggins, which you just don't really hear about that anymore, man. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead now, simulate the season, see what happens. I'm not expecting playoffs, but hopefully an improved team to some extent. Okay, so we are at the end of the regular season, 37 wins, so I mean, all things considered, if these guys had like a full offseason together, I do think next year they probably could make the playoffs. One more game against the New York Knicks and finish with an L on the season. That's definitely not a good way to end the season there. Giannis with MVP, John Morant Rookie of the Year. Do you guys think there's any chance that Zion could win it? Or like, is it just like John Morant is going to get it and that's just it, man? I'm not really sure, but here's All-NBA first, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third looking like that. And yes, playoff-wise, we are not there. No surprises. Player stats on the season. I do want to see how D'Lo did exactly since, you know, coming on this team and everything. As you can see, Cat's numbers went down a little bit. It makes sense when we have more of a scoring-oriented point guard like that. But let's go to his split stats real quick here and see how he did roughly since, like, February. So yeah, right around what he was doing for the Golden State Warriors. April was kind of a slower month, but not all too bad. If anything, I hope he can, like, continue to improve, though, because you definitely hate when you see players at only such a young age, like only being 24, just like kind of plateau. Like, I want to see what more he has in the tank. I think he has a lot more to really prove to everybody out there. Let's simulate these playoffs. So yeah, draft wise, we should get a lottery pick. I believe the Timberwolves do own their lottery pick. So as far as positioning, I mean, if there's like a really good power forward available, I think Josh Okogie, like, he'll be fine as the starting shooting guard going forward. So Naz Reid, though, we probably are going to start at power forward, maybe. Depends how much you went up in rating and everything. And so yeah, it might be best just to go like best available and have a guy that we can use off the bench. So we'll kind of consider that also. But let's go ahead, man, and go to staff signing. And we got no head coach. Okay, that's great, man. No head coach. Well, I guess it's kind of nice, actually. We can actually like get like a coach that fits the style out there. And I think I'm going to go with Logan Schmidt with the perimeter centrics, just with D'Lo, Karl-Anthony Towns. I really want to build around that. And training staff, it's always good to get a good one of these. So let's go with Randy Martin. At least we get like 2 or 3 training camps with him. There we go, guys, all signed up. Okay, so NBA draft. Who will be available, man? Hopefully Anthony Edwards. Probably not. Probably, definitely, most definitely not. And we have the 13th pick in the draft. Okay, so looking at guys that are on here, Jaden McDaniels sounds like a pristine choice, man. Wow, he was also the 6th ranked player, so it's a bit of a snipe to get right there too. But instant offense off the bench for us. Or, you know, being 6'10". Because kind of what I see like Jaden McDaniels is like PJ Washington, maybe some Danilo Gallinari in him. So you get a guy like that, man. I mean, he could start at the power forward spot probably right now. It's just, do I want to do that, or do I want to like groom him into that future type of player? Or realistically, man, we could probably get rid of Andrew Wiggins if we really wanted to, which probably not this offseason, just because like free agency is not really that strong right now. So after this season, though, if we just find like our team's kind of lackluster, then you can trade Wiggins, hopefully just for like an expiring, or well, man, you probably want to do it this season actually, so we can get the expiring deal going into the next year. I don't know, man. It's a lot of things to consider. I'm going to go ahead and just get this. I don't really need another power forward. Give me Isaiah Joe. I like his name. It's like 2 first names. That's cool, man. Perimeter lockdown. So he's literally just a Josh Okogie out there. But that's all good, man. I'm saying his name a lot because I feel like I'm saying it right now. I just feel so proud of myself. 78 overall. Man, we could just trade Wiggins. And Jaden could just be like a spot-up 3-point shooter for us. Isaiah Joe. Sorry, Isaiah. Yeah, you're not going to be on the team. Team player options. Josh, 76 overall, so we're going to keep him. Keita Bates' job. Bring him back. And Jacob Evans, let him walk away. Okay. Qualifying offers. Jordan Bell. Yes, we shall extend it your way. $2 million for a backup center. I'll definitely take it. Okay, moratorium period. It looks like Anthony Davis actually is looking for a different team. But there's not really anybody that I want to like go for right now. You know, to the JaVale McGee for like a backup center would be nice. I got him available. We got Mason Plumlee, but do I really want to like eat up salary cap this season, or just kind of like roll with the punches right here, man? And maybe just have like another like development year. That almost sounds like a good bet too. I would love to throw Brandon Ingram an offer, but I don't have enough money to, so that kind of sucks. I guess real quick here, I will take a look at some trades for Andrew Wiggins. I'll even toss in like a future first round pick. No, not that one, because the team might not be very good next season. We'll do like a 2022. Hopefully the team's good, not this season, but the season after, so that pick's not as valuable. But we got an offer of Tobias Harris. We got Chris Middleton, Brook Lopez, Zach LaVine, bring him back to the team. Ryman accidentally. Yeah, that's my Chris Smooth impression right there. Gordon Hayward. See, Hayward would be kind of interesting. And you also get Daniel Tice out of it. He's got player option. because then that frees up so much money for us the year after. And, like, Gordon Hayward is good, where to the extent of, like, yeah, he's older than Wiggins, but he's not going to get, like, $34 million again. And, like, he'll be, like, fine for us. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if we can't get a better free agent, then we just re-sign Gordon Hayward, and that's good to go. I'm going to take a look at some more of these. Got Devontae Graham. And you get Cody Zeller out of it. Both these guys expiring contracts. Okay, we got Rudy Gobert. That'd be awesome. He's on a 1-year deal, though, and we got Cat at the center spot anyway. Mo Bamba, Kristaps Porzingis. I mean, Wiggins with Luka Doncic would be interesting. That's actually almost a perfect trade there, man. And we do have to give up Naz Reid, who I'm really high on, like 76 overall, only age 20, and a first-round draft pick. And that does lock us up with Kristaps Porzingis. Like, that's who our guy is going to be. Man, though. But you also get Seth Curry out of it, who is a great role player. 79 overall for only $7 million. Let's see what else there is just to kind of take a look. You got Derrick Rose, Blake Griffin. I've been hearing talks about Derrick Rose going back to the Timberwolves. But then Blake Griffin on the 1-year contract. It's actually not bad either because both expiring deals. So, CJ McCollum, I like him a lot too on an expiring deal. Damn, man, we got some good offers here. Is Kristaps, is he worth it? He should be, in theory. In theory, him alongside Cat, especially in our perimeter-centric offense with Seth Curry, should be a perfect fit. And you got Jaden McDaniels instantly at the 3 spot. Same salary, though. I think I'm going to do this one, guys. I think I'm going to team up Kristaps Porzingis with Karl-Anthony Towns. We're going to try this out. I never really did a trade like that with like Kristaps in like 2K20 anyway, so it's something different. But now this is the time to actually go out there and sign some good free agents because, next year we're not really going to have salary cap anyway, so it's like we might as well scoop up some of these guys while we can. So Mason Plumlee, come on down, man. I'll take you right now. And there we go. We got Mason Plumlee for a backup center spot. JJ Barea, a bit too old. I think I'd rather go, well, Collison's 32 himself. Like Chris Dunn, been there, done that. No pun intended. I'm going to go with Darren Collison. I know he's retired. Well, he's not technically retired, but I've been hearing talks of him actually coming back. Ooh, I don't think I'm going to be able to sign both. Okay, no Darren Collison. I thought I was out of the moratorium period. My bad. Oh, my God. And this is where it gets rough. Okay. Michael Beasley. He was actually a beast. That's another kind of pun. He was actually kind of a bit of a beast, man. Like, back in the day on the Timberwolves. Yeah, I don't think I can afford Shabazz again. Man, dude. The backup point guard. I might have to do some sort of trade, but I think I'm going to do my training camps real quick. See how things are looking roster-wise, and then I'll kind of go from there. Okay, so this is the team as right now. Absolutely love the starting 5. Defensively, I mean, Kristaps Porzingis ain't like a bad defender, so it should be interesting, but I could see the defense being a big-time issue for this team, so hopefully we can just score like 200 points a game. Bench unit, we got Jordan Bell at power forward, 79 overall. Plumlee, 79 overall at center. Josh Okogie right there. Then we got Sean Livingston, but I think I'm going to trade him away. And Keita Bates' job is going to be the backup small forward. So, yeah, I think I'll probably, because it just automatically signed Sean Livingston. So let me do a trade of Sean Livingston and Jake Layman. I'm going to toss in a future second-round pick, too. If we can get like a 76 overall point guard, I would be pretty happy about that. And like Patrick Beverley is like perfect. $13 million, you got him locked up for 2 seasons. That seems like it will probably be the trade unless we can get like 2 really good role players besides just like Patrick Beverley. Not really seeing anything offered up that I want all that much. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that one. Patrick Beverley, backup point guard. And that also helps the defense. It's like there's times like Patrick Beverley and Josh Okogie in the game together. Like that right there is good defense. So, and then all those guys can like, you can stagnate the minutes, like playing together and stuff. So it should be pretty nice, man. But I really like this team. I think it's got a lot of really good potential with it. For the system proficiency, it is a 3.5-star perimeter-centric team. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead, guys. I'm going to do the minutes and everything like that, and then I'm going to simulate this season. And I'm predicting, I mean, that's a nice team, man. I think it's probably a 50-win team. Okay, so this team definitely exceeded expectations. 58 wins, 1 more game against the Pelicans. So, yeah, I was thinking there'd be like a little bit of an adjustment period, but no, this team's ready to ball out. This team's ready to go for a championship. And you think about it, man, like, D'Lo, Cat, all like really entering their prime. Kristaps Porzingis, I think, is a perfect fit. So, yeah, we'll see what goes on here. Mike's still getting Coach of the Year. So we got All-NBA first, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third. How was freaking Steven Adams All-NBA second team? Like, no disrespect to the man. Like, I respect, you're like Aquaman, you like talk to fish and stuff, but I don't know. I guess he had really good numbers, though. That's more like 2K's fault right there. But we are the first seed in the Western Conference. So over here, guys, let's go to the player stats on the season. So we got D'Lo at 24 points, 9 assists per game. We got Kristaps at 19 and 9. Cat's numbers, they're going down, man. Like, plain and simple. Like, it's actually not great to see. He's only shooting 12 times a game, but there's a lot more other, like, offense on this team. So he's playing efficiently, though, which is always a good thing. 47% from 3 is absolutely amazing. Jaden McDaniels at 13 and 5. Seth Curry at 12 points. And then there's the bench unit putting in some work over there. So, yeah. I don't know. It's like we know how the T-Wolves play when Cat's the best player. Like, they're like a borderline playoff team at best. So maybe that's what's needed. You know, it's nothing against him at all. It's just sometimes you need that additional help. And also, I want to see how good Wiggins is doing. So he should be over on the Dallas Mavericks, I believe. And second leading scorer, right? Yeah, they got Luka Doncic all screwed up in this game, man. They got him all screwed up at damn 19 points a game. So yeah, okay. First round, Utah Jazz. Feeling good about this. With the AC, we're the first simulate round. Maybe we just go ahead and win the championship this video. We're just good to go, man. It's just good to go. We up 2 games to 1, 3 games to 1, and 4 games to 1, guys. We have gotten past the first round. This is a big moment. It's a big moment. We got 24 with 11 assists, 4 steals for D'Lo, 23 and 8 for Kristaps Porzingis, who is playing more like Cat than Cat is at 13 and 11 on 5 for 9 shooting. Okay. I guess let me check real quick here. Let me see what his shot tendency is. It's at 76. So Kristaps got 99 and D'Lo's got 96. So that basically like shows you how many times they shoot per game or how often they're willing to shoot the basketball. Part of me kind of wants to make Karl-Anthony Towns higher, but at the same time we're 59 and 23. So it's one of those like if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of situations. I think we'll hold off on doing that right now, man. Next round we got the Dallas Mavericks. So Andrew Wiggins against his former team, simulate rounds. So yeah, Minnesota fans, are you guys like up for trading Wiggins, or are you kind of in the mindset where no, we're gonna hang on to him? He's playing good basketball. Like, what's your guys' mindset when it comes to him? Very curious. 25 for D'Lo, 18 for Cat, and well, no, I'm sorry, for Cat, and then 18. No, I got my bitch ass animals mixed up, man. The Unicorn 18 and 11, Cat with 15, 12, and 7. Okay, here we go. Los Angeles Lakers, simulate round, man. If we can get past the Lakers, I feel like we'll win the championship. Yeah, we just swept them. We just swept them. That was pretty easy. That was pretty easy. They got LeBron, AD, Kuzma, and then the rest of the team has gone to literal hell, man. We got Kristaps at 36 and 13. Jaden McDaniels. I love this rookie in this game. Like, if he's like that good in like real life, oh my god, man, he's gonna be a great player. Cat just he just don't care. So, just quick 7 points, 20 minutes per game. Like, what's going on? Jaden getting his minutes now, it looks like. All right, we got the Celtics. Simulate round, see how this goes. And there we go, man. We win it in a 7-game series. D'Angelo Russell, your finals MVP. D'Lo showing that he is the missing piece. And Kristaps Porzingis helps a lot, too. 26, 6, and 2. Jason Tatum at 36 points over there for the Celtics. But yeah, man, it's definitely interesting to think about. I really think that the Timberwolves, they need to pull off some sort of trade. It's just as constructed. I don't know. Unless Jarrett Culver can really get going crazy, I just don't know what happens with this team. I just don't know what happens with the team. I would absolutely hate it if Karl-Anthony Towns ended up going to a different team, because we know that the Timberwolves have lost quite a few big guys in recent years. I don't want to see it happen again. But I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, man. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're in my channel. And as always, like I was saying, man, check out my second channel, Extra Crispy, for daily NBA content over there. If you want to do one more thing, man, I got a whole grocery list here. Let me know in the comment section below. What would be your perfect trade to get D'Lo over to the Timberwolves?